Under Falling Skies has one or more players using dice to defend the city from an alien invasion. Jet Games Edition provided this in exchange for an honest review. There are two modes, standalone and campaign. The campaign has a narrative, and things are prepackaged in the box. The standalone game has modular components to adjust difficulty. I'll focus on the basic gameplay and leave the rest for you to discover. Anyhow, gameplay has you resolving 3 phases each round: dice, rooms, and mothership. You have 2 base tiles underneath a city tile. During the dice phase, you will roll the 2 white and 3 gray dice. Each die is placed in a different column in your base. When a die is placed, all ships in that column move down that many pips. One room, the anti-aircraft gun, prevents 1 pip of downward movement. I'll talk more about rooms soon. When a ship moves onto an icon, trigger its effect. Move the ship left/right, move the mothership tile down a row, or set up for one of your attacks during the next phase. When a white die is placed, re-roll all unplaced dice. Dice placement and timing are keys to survival. Use the orange excavator to gain access to more rooms in your base. Choose a space ahead of the token, then place there a single die with a value equal or higher to that distance. For example, to excavate 5 rooms ahead, place a die with 5 or 6 pips. You must still follow the 1 die per column rule. If a ship hits your city, move the damage tracker down 1 space, then move the ship back to the mothership so it can respawn next round. You lose the game if the damage marker moves onto the skull icon. In the room phase, remove dice in any order to resolve that room's effects. Energy, lightning bolts, is spent by moving your marker up the energy track. If you refuse or are unable to pay the cost, the room's effect is ignored. A room's value depends on the die on it, and some rooms have a plus or minus modifier. Multi-space rooms need dice in all spaces in order to activate. Effects range from the AA guns I mentioned earlier, energy generation, air bases that launch jet fighters to attack enemy ships, and moving up the research track. You win by reaching the top of the research track, so you'll want to make sure you focus on this. When you shoot down purple ships, they return to the mothership. White ships are removed from the board. Spend energy to excavate. It comes at the expense of activating rooms, but it opens more rooms on future turns. As the mothership moves down, resolve actions. Move the excavator backwards, move the research marker down, place white ships on the mothership, damage your base, or lose the game. When spawning ships, place a purple ship in a column that doesn't already have a ship. If every column has a ship already, spawn in the column with the ship furthest from the mothership, meaning closest to your city. Once all purples have been placed, whites are placed. If all drop points are full, ships stay on the mothership until the next round. Roll and place dice, resolve effects, and destroy the invaders before they destroy you. That's Under Falling Skies. Setting up Under Falling Skies' standalone game is a snap. Not so much sharing the campaign, or at least the first time. Putting things away is similar regardless of mode. Give yourself 20 to 25 minutes for a standalone game, and double that for a campaign game. If younger players are taught the game by someone and perhaps played as a team the first few times, I'd say experienced 8-year-old gamers could give this a shot. By 9, they could try the basic standalone game alone. Save the modules and campaign for players 10 and up. Plan a table 3 feet long and 2 feet wide. The board is long. In my 4th game of Under Falling Skies, luck was on my side. Robots and research put victory in my reach, until a series of miscalculations sent things spiraling out of control. In the end, the humans suffered a minor setback and Washington, D.C. was destroyed. Well, that's what you get for having a 10-year-old run your planetary defensive systems. Under Falling Skies' rulebook is great, aside from one thing. It's a bit unclear on robot placement. I interpreted it that when you place a worker die on a robot room, its value is the value of your new robot die. The board is long, but the excellent graphic design makes it easy to see and understand all the icons. I did have to reach a lot during my games, so if you're shorter, try playing along the side of the board. The components look great. The bits are very easy to pick up. Gameplay and theme really come together well. The basic game still brings a challenge. You have to balance your city's health, base excavation, active and incoming ships, the trackers, and the luck of the dice. I personally prefer this with the added rules to make things even tougher. Expect the campaign to really test you. The campaign is so cool. I wish I could say more, but it'd spoil the fun. This is a dice game. There are ways to mitigate luck, from your decisions to the rooms themselves, but you can't avoid it entirely. Keep that in mind if you prefer to have total control in your games. Under Falling Skies is a dice placement game with adjustable difficulty, a lot of theme, and a lot of replayability. With that said, the replayability is tied to the campaign and how much you enjoy optimization puzzles. That won't appeal to everyone, but it appeals to me. This is one of the best solo games I've played.